Welcome to this full moon energy activation as the moon and the sun activate the Galactic Center, the womb of creation.
Ophiuchus whispers, but never tells me why. Stars are maps, I trace their glowing veins, a labyrinth of secrets, pulsing in my brain. I hear the drum, it's pulling me near, rhythm of galaxies, loud and follow the stars, unlock the door, the master's within, waiting for more. Transform the light, let shadows speak, awaken the power, feelings
Welcome. Welcome everyone to this powerful full moon activation. Lotus Dawn here with a Blossom with the Stars, true to the actual stars, sidereal astrology. Join me tonight as I dive into the power of this full moon for activation, for manifestation, and for transformation. It is big energy. If you're still up right now, or if you woke up early, you could be feeling the power of this full moon, the last full moon of 2025, as we get ready for 2026. 2025 has been a huge year. Numerologically, 2025 is a 9. 9 relates to the final number, 0 to 9, the ending of a cycle, a 9-year cycle. It's been a big year about letting go, about transformation, about surrendering into the flow. 2026 is going to be very different as we're going into the year of the one, new beginnings. 2025 has also been the year of the Chinese snake, Chinese astrological year of the snake, about shedding our skin. And today, as the sun sits at the apex between Ophiuchus, the 13th sign, the snake tamer, and the moon in Taurus, the energy of manifestation and wealth, we stand at this powerful portal between the unmanifest, the sun in Ophiuchus, and the moon in Taurus, that which is manifested. Two sides of the same coin, the seed and the fruit. So, join me on this beautiful odyssey. I love to hear your comments. I love to hear your questions, and we can dive into the energetic of this full moon. So what does it mean that we stand here at this apex, the snake tamer? Who is Ophiuchus and what is Taurus, and what might that mean for us in our lives right now, for our worlds, what we're creating, what might be coming up to the surface, and what can we transform at this powerful transformational time? Super excited to be here with you. Wow. Ophiuchus, the 13th sign, that was actually cut off of the zodiacal wheel during the Babylonian era. Ophiuchus, the 13th sign, that is finally being brought back into the awareness of the collective. What does the sun in Ophiuchus mean? Did you know that the sun in Ophiuchus is located right next to the Galactic Center? Do you know what the Galactic Center is? Do you know why this is so powerful? Okay, this is such amazing energy. I'm so excited to be sharing this with all of you. Please share in the chat any aha moments, anything that comes up to the surface. I love hearing your shares. This is a time of tapping into the magic of creation. What is Ophiuchus? What is the 13th sign? Well, Ophiuchus, I often think of as the gateway to the womb of creation, and that is because Ophiuchus is located at the entrance, at the closest location to something called the Galactic Center. Now, if you were to look at the Milky Way, and people named the Milky Way galaxy because when you see it up in the night sky, it actually looks milky or cloudy. And that's because there's millions of stars tightly packed together, and it creates immense light. And at the center of this Milky Way is what is called the Galactic Center, actually very, very far away from us. But Ophiuchus, the constellation that the sun is in right now, is the closest gateway to this constellation of the Galactic Center. So for those of you who think that the sun is in, Sagittarius right now, I want to show you actually what is happening astrologically. Because I do True the Stars astrology, it's based on the actual stars. So it's current with the actual star system, what is in the sky. Mainstream astrology is based on where the stars were 2,000 years ago. So based on, I like to go to Stellarium, which shows us the actual sky right now. We're going to go check out where this full moon is in activation. So here we have the sun. Currently has just entered Ophiuchus. Ophiuchus is the snake tamer. It is conjunct Venus, which is the billionaire star, which is greatest wealth, which means that this full moon is activating some really powerful wealth energy, which is fantastic. We're also going to see that Mars is on the other side of the sun. So we have the divine masculine, the sun, and the divine feminine energy. Divine masculine energy to take action, divine feminine energy to receive. And so the light is shining through Ophiuchus, connecting to the Galactic Center. And so we can kind of see the Galactic Center, Alpha Centauri, because it is right around in here, right? That amazing Galactic Center energy. You can see the Milky Way right here. And so as the sun approaches the Galactic Center, what is the Galactic Center? The Galactic Center is home to a supermassive black hole that is 4 million times the size of the sun. So it is gigantic. And blackness actually represents creation. And so that's why we often call the Galactic Center the womb of creation. It's like the greatest yin, if you will. And so having the sun directly the closest to the entrance to the Galactic Center at this time of the full moon is incredibly, incredibly powerful. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and step into this powerful energy. What is Ophiuchus? What does it mean to have the sun and moon in Ophiuchus right now at this powerful gateway, the gateway to the womb of creation? Why do I say that? Right? Because it's next to the Galactic Center, which is home to a supermassive black hole. And so you'll see we have the sun, we have Venus, we have Juno and Mars all in Ophiuchus today. My software is catching up to the fact that it's in Ophiuchus, but it is nonetheless, as you just saw from the website, Stellarium in Ophiuchus. The moon is in Taurus. And so what does that mean? What does it mean to have the sun, which represents the soul, which represents our core essence, in Ophiuchus opposite the moon? Well, I often think of Ophiuchus as a sacred mystery, like a great temple. If we were to go back in time, perhaps Ophiuchus would mark the great reservoir of all ancient knowledge, all secret history, all secret sacred mysteries. If you think about what was the great black hole that resides in the Galactic Center before it became a black hole, it was a great star. It was a gigantic star. And so it holds the reservoir, the memory of the ancient days and the ancient times. And it represents our access point to this information, this knowledge. So, okay, hi, Nick. Nice to see you. So you ask, what does the moon represent? Well, the sun represents the soul. It represents the purpose. It represents our light, our direction, where we're going, who we are, how we shine. The moon, which is directly opposite that, right? And it's so big and it's so full, and you might be seeing it out there in the sky tonight, lighting up the night. The moon represents emotion, energy in motion. It represents our feelings. It represents how we feel. It represents what our mood might be. The moon represents the collective mood of humanity, of society. And so the sign that the moon is in tonight is actually in Taurus, and pretty much anywhere you're going to see them say that it is in Gemini. But I do True the Stars sidereal astrology, so I want to take you up to the actual sky here, and I want to show you the moon. So we went over the sun, and the sun is in Ophiuchus, which is the 13th sign, and it's conjunct Venus and it's conjunct Mars. But the moon tonight, and so we're up in the actual sky. This is stellarium. I love stellarium because it shows us what's really happening right now. And we can see that the sun is directly opposite the moon over here. And so the moon is actually in the constellation of Taurus, right here, the very, very end of Taurus. She's in the ear of Taurus, so fairly close to Gemini. But as you can see, Gemini, where they say the moon is actually way up here. Jupiter is actually in Gemini tonight. Jupiter is the sign of the millionaire planet. It's the sign of expansion. It's the sign of teaching and learning and information. So it's a very lucky, fortuitous time to be connecting to education, information, networking, marketing. However, Jupiter is retrograde until March of 2026. And so that expansion into sharing information might not happen as easily or as effortlessly until we get into March. So communication could be a little slowed down with Jupiter in Gemini being retrograde. That said, let's get back to the moon. And so that moon is huge tonight, right? That big full moon right in the very tip of, wow, look at all those satellites, the tip of the constellation of Taurus, which is home to the Pleiades, and it's conjunct a star, a huge, gigantic star called Elnath. And let's zero in on that moon-Elnath connection. Here we go. Wow, you guys, check that out. That is so much light coming from a star. Elnath is a freaking huge star. Let me just share with you guys what Elnath is all about, because having the moon activating such a huge and bright and powerful star. And now what's really amazing is that it's also conjunct Rigel, which is the billionaire star. So let's read about Elnath, this star here, Elnath star. And let's see if it has a story or a cosmology. And so this full moon is activating not only Elnath, which is the bright blue-white star at the tip of the northern horn of Taurus. Across cultures, it has been read as a budding horn, a chariot's heel, fire god's star. It often carries themes of forceful drive, protection, and sharp, directed energy. Elnath is Beta Tauri, the second brightest star in Taurus, located at the end of the bull's northern horn and near the galactic anti-center. So we talked about the Galactic Center as being home to a super massive black hole, which represents the greatest yin, or the womb of creation or manifestation for the entire galaxy. And so the sun is shining its light on the Galactic Center tonight. And the moon, which represents our greatest emotion and mood and our feeling, our intuitive and instinctive nature, is with Elnath. Oh, there goes Starlink. Interesting. Elnath being a huge star located in the tip of the constellation of Taurus. It is known as a charioteer, making it a very rare star. It comes from Arabic, which means the budding one, which means, right, to take, evoking a horn striking forward. In older Arabic star lore, it was the heel of the rain hoarder, and in Babylon, it was the star in the bowl towards the north. In Chinese astrology, Elnath was part of an asterism, sometimes translated as a fire carriage, blending vehicle and flame imagery. Wow. So incredible. It's conjunct the galactic anti-center. So the sun is conjunct the galactic center, the home of the divine infinite womb of creation. The moon is conjunct, it's directly opposite, it's conjunct what is called the anti-center, okay, of the galactic center. So it's opposite it, if you would, astrologically. So having what is so in astrology, the galactic center, when the moon is with the galactic center, it's called being conjunct the golden cord of creation. You can think of it like an umbilical cord, if you will. And when the moon is opposite it at the anti-galactic center, it's called the silver cord. And so we have both the silver cord with the moon and the sun with the golden cord of these two galactic center points. And for those of you who are not familiar with the galactic center, you've never heard of this before, this might not ring any bells, this might not trigger any awareness, but I want to invite you to just join me on this little journey to tune into the galactic center tonight, as both the sun and the moon are aspecting, right? The moon is conjunct the anti-center, which is called the silver cord, and the sun is conjunct the galactic center itself, which is known as the golden cord. And it's directly, the moon is also conjunct Rigel, which is known, it's in the foot of Orion over here. And Rigel is incredibly bright as well. It's a huge star and incredibly vibrant and powerful. They call it the billionaire star. It's been found in the charts, and you can see there's actually several stars in one. It's been found in the charts of many, many, many billionaires, including Oprah Winfrey, including J. Paul Getty, including the Vanderbilts. And so incredibly powerful to have the moon activating both Elnath, which represents sort of this driving charioteer force, and representing Rigel, the billionaire star. Absolutely powerful. All of this opposite the galactic center, which represents the womb of creation. So, my friends, this is a really powerful time to get in touch with your dreams and to get in touch with what it is you want to create, because we have this access point to kind of the infinite wellspring of all of creation. I mean, I don't know about you, but how powerful is that? What is it that you want to create? It's like the whole universe is lining up for you to have access to the portal of all creation. And so this is a really good time to dream, to get into your imagination, to get into the realm of utilizing the powers of these two energies. And I'm going to go deeper as I continue here with what are the two powers. So you can think about Ophiuchus as the unmanifest. the power of internal imagination, the power of energy mastery for creation. So it's all that is invisible, that is yet to be created, right? Because it's conjunct the Galactic Center, which is home to a supermassive black hole, which is infinite space, which is infinite creative energy. Whereas the moon is in Taurus, which is representative of divine physical manifestation that you can see, you can hear, you can feel, you can taste, and you can touch. And so having the sun, which represents the soul, shining its light in the energetic of Ophiuchus, the unmanifest, and the moon illuminating fully the energetic of manifestation, all that is physically created that you can see, you can taste, you can touch, you can feel, you can smell, you can hear. It's like the manifestation that has been completed with the sun in the energy of that which has been imagined, that is which is held within, that is which we haven't had yet, we haven't manifested yet. But as they say, everything is always living within us, waiting to be created, right? That the infinite wellspring of all of creation is always there. Everything we've ever wanted, everything we've ever dreamed of, all we've ever hoped for is already been made. It's already ours. We already have it. And we're simply aligning to the vibrational frequency of experiencing it in the 3D, having it manifest in the physical plane. So let's dive into this a little bit more. What is the energetic of tonight's full moon? I have to tell you, this is such a powerful energy. I've been tuning into it all evening. And y'all, we are so blessed and we are so lucky to have this information and to know what is happening. The fact that we're being tapped into the sacred secret mysteries of Ophiuchus. Ophiuchus was literally and represents the primordial wellspring of creation, the infinite possibility, the ancient secret mysteries, the sacred mystery trainings, the secret sacred wisdom, steps, and guidance that allows us to tap into how to manifest, how to be, do, and have anything we want in our lives. And so that's what these sacred and secret teachings from the ancient mystery schools were all about. You talk about ancient Egypt, you talk about all of the ancient secret knowledge, all of this, the sacred training of Jesus, who actually was able to bring people back from the dead. Ophiuchus represents the energy of mastery. It represents the energy of going beyond what is in the physical plane and stepping into our greatness. And tonight, the sun is aligning with Ophiuchus. It is aligning with the Galactic Center. It is aligning with Venus, the billionaire planet, Mars, the divine masculine, energy of action. And so I want to invite you all to tap into your imagination, to tap into your inner self, your inner true purpose, your inner light of what it is you want to create. Because the divine might of this night is so divinely powerful. And it could be bringing up to the surface because the moon's power is so magnetic. Anything that is in the way of you aligning to your true soul purpose, aligning to why you're here. Because Ophiuchus represents the divine womb of creation, everything that is still as yet unmanifested. It has yet to be created. It has yet to be birthed. And yet it holds the potential for all birth, for all life to come in. It's the sacred mystery of manifestation, of creation, of how all things in this entire universe are created, are manifested. And that is why I call it Ophiuchus, the divine womb of creation, the infinite wellspring where everything arises from and from which everything exists. And then we bring it down into creation to physicalization. And that's what the moon tonight in Taurus. Taurus represents everything you can see, everything you can feel, taste, touch, hear. And so we have two sides of the coin coming together tonight. The unmanifest, that which is yet to be, but which already exists in the plane of the imagination, in the realm of the ether. And then we have that which is already created, that we have already made, that we can see, feel, and taste and touch. And so what is in the way? The question that's been coming to me all evening, what is in the way of what our divine soul, spirit, self, being wishes for in our hearts? That's in our minds, it's in our imagination. We yearn for it, we dream of. What is in the way of that being materially manifested into the physical plane so that we can see it, we can feel it, we can hear it, we can taste it, we can touch it. It's perceivable with our senses. And tonight marks that potentially triggering moment, sun and moon in polarity in opposition, where we may be confronting, or the planetary energies may be drawing up to the surface, where we're not in alignment with our soul's deepest yearning and desire in the physical plane. So we might be being forced to perceive with our eyes and our senses, oh my gosh, my heart yearns for this, my heart desires this, but where is it in the physical? Because the moon is in Taurus, which is physicality, it's divine manifestation, it's creation, it's the wealth and abundance that we yearn for. Taurus is the planet of the billionaire, right? And so are we manifesting the wealth that we want to have? Do we have as much abundance in our lives? Is our physical reality matching our inner reality? That's what this sun and moon really represent, this full moon energy. And we're being sort of drawn to confront where maybe our physical reality is not lining up with our divine reality, right? Because the divine truth is that we are infinitely abundant. We are divinely prosperous. Our true nature, if you look out into nature itself, is so fertile. If you look at a flower, you look at plants, you look at things growing in nature, it is abundant. And yet we may and sometimes do struggle with the money or the finances. We did an energy clearing call tonight, and one of our participants, she spoke to this human pain. She says, I feel like what I'm doing is not in alignment with who I am. And yet I have a job, I have a family, I have to work, I have to make money. How do I get into alignment with what I feel drawn to do, but I don't know quite what that is? And yet I need to make an income so that I can feed my family, right? And so that's one way that astrology can be very helpful at discerning if we're having questions about our direction, if we're having questions about our purpose, if we're having questions about where should I go, what should I do, what's in alignment with me. You might look at your astrology chart, and I love the True the Stars astrology chart that I practice because it is true to the actual stars. It's true to the map that Source, God, Universe gave to us at the moment of our birth. And it can assist us to align to who we actually are. And that's why I do True the Stars astrology readings. And that is why I have so many clients who are able to shift and transform their lives, because the information that the stars themselves, that Source, that Universe provides for us, gives us a map. And that direction can be so powerful and so helpful, as well as energy clearing work to tap into what is in the way of us following our purpose. Because some of us, on the other hand, are totally aligned to our purpose. We're doing what we love, but maybe we're not manifesting the wealth and the abundance. That is our birthright. And so wherever you are on the spectrum, whether you're seeking your purpose, you're seeking the way, or you're looking to clear blocks to what you know is the right path for you, I highly, highly, highly recommend either doing energy clearing work with myself or with another energy clearing practitioner to locate and identify what may be in the way. I had a client reach out to me who was going through real challenging stuff with her relationship. And she also had an injury where she couldn't walk. And we did a session, and we were able to diagnose the issue that was in the way of her and her partner, and helped to heal her knee, so that after the energy clearing session, I wasn't expecting this. I thought she was going to stay off the leg a little bit longer. She wrote me and said, not only are my partner and I so much happier, and like our relationship has become better than it's ever been after our session, but now she's walking around the house without crutches. She said, I'm now on walking on my leg. And I just couldn't believe it. And so whatever blocks we have that are in the way, they're immaterial, they are illusions, but we can find them and clear them because they seem real, right? And so tonight, with the Ophiuchus coming together with Taurus, we're being presented this opportunity to confront what is in the way of us physically, materially manifesting the goals, the dreams, the desires, the hopes, the wishes, the visions that we have for our lives. What is in the way? What is in the way of us aligning to our true heart and our soul and our purpose and why we're here? And then physically, materially manifesting it in the 3D. This is what this energetic is calling us into action for, because we're getting ready for a huge momentum cycle as we go into 2026, which is the year of a 1, which is new beginnings and charging forwards and stepping into our identity, stepping into our purpose, stepping into why we're here. And it is also the year of the fire horse. Fire is the energy of action in the elemental world. The symbol itself is upward rising, like a triangle. And the horse is all about charging forwards. So this full moon is ushering in the activational magic of, where do I really want to be? And why am I not there yet? And so this could be a very triggering full moon, because the sun in Ophiuchus says, are you ready to step into your purpose? Are you ready to step into your energy mastery? Are you ready to step into why you are here, what you're here for? And the moon in Taurus, in the energy of manifestation, are you manifesting the goals, dreams, and desires of your heart into the physical world? Do you live in the house of your dreams? Do you drive the car you want to drive? Do you make the income that you want to make? And it's saying, look, you can have both. You can be, do, and have whatever you want. The question is, do you know what you want? Are you aligned to it? Are you achieving it? And are you physically able to create the life you want in the physical plane? These are big questions, and this could be highly, highly triggering. And so that's why I want to offer to you something that my partner and I, who is an incredibly powerful energy clearing master, he actually has Ophiuchus on his ascendant, and he channels that energy like no one I've ever seen. We have put together a very powerful membership that when you join it, you actually get access to a weekly energy clearing that can mean the difference in your energy field on a really, really big scale in terms of manifesting in your goals, dreams, and desires faster. You also get access with this membership to 2 free energy clearing sessions a year, as well as I do a weekly astrology update privately for all of the members. And so this is something we've put together. We've been facilitating energy clearing work and bringing astrology together with the energy clearing work over the last couple of years. And it's incredibly powerful, because we're tapping into what is actually happening up in the sky, up in the stars right now, the planetary energies. How are they affecting the collective that we're all a part of? And then how can we clear the energy that these patterns of the planetary energies are triggering? So just like I shared with all of you, that this full moon is bringing up to the surface this sort of quandary of, am I aligned to my soul purpose? Am I living the life I want to live? And then am I able to be happy in the physical plane with my car, with my income, with my home, with my outer life circumstances, and be aligned to my true purpose, my goals, my hopes, my dreams, and my desires? Or is the full moon bringing up into our awareness the difference between who I want to be, the dreams that I have in my heart, my inner purpose, and my physical reality. Are we in alignment? Is it at one? Or is it feel a differential, right? Is maybe I'm really happy with my purpose, but maybe the money isn't where I want it to be. Or maybe I'm really not sure where I'm supposed to be. I have enough money, but isn't my purpose? Am I aligning to my true self? Am I with my true north? Am I happy? That's a really simple question. Am I happy with my life right now? Or is there something I'm not satisfied with? And that is what this full moon very, very simply may be bringing up to the surface for all of you. And so I wanted to share with you this offer of joining our energy clearing mastery group, as we are with the moon opposite the Galactic Center, the sun conjunct the Galactic Center. Such a powerful time of truly mastering our lives and mastering our energy bodies, because creation manifestation, how it works is that we can't manifest anything that we are not a vibrational match to. It's not have anything to do really with what we say or what we think. It has to do with the energy. And so if we really deeply desire to create something and to experience something, to have something, we have to be energetically, vibrationally the same frequency. Like attracts like. It's very real. And if we're not, we can't, it doesn't exist, right? So the power of clearing our energy so that we can align with that which we wish to create is really what it takes to align our true soul purpose with the ideal life, physical reality we desire. So thank you all for joining me. Please feel free to share in the chat any aha moments, any questions, anything you would like to find out more. I really love and appreciate all of you so much for joining me. This is a very, very powerful time as this full moon is in effect. It will be kind of sending its energetic rays out into the collective over the next few days. So sending you all immense love and light and blessings, and the wish, the hope, the dream, the desire that all of your dreams, hopes, and desires come into physical manifestation so that you can see, feel, sense, and perceive them. And remember, you are a divine, universal sparkle of the universe. And you are here to align to your greatest heart's desire. And it is your birthright to be incredibly wealthy, incredibly prosperous and abundant. If you just look out into nature, everything grows in that way. And so wishing all of you that divine abundance, and knowing this full moon is conjunct the billionaire star in the sign of the billionaire, wishing and praying for divine miracles of manifestation, joy, love, abundance, and prosperity to bless you and to shower your life. You are divine. You are worthy. You are deserving. This is your birthright. Sending you all immense love, immense light,